My question's to the Premier. Will the government introduce 10 days domestic violence leave for victims of domestic violence?
For the Premier.
I thank the member for her question and note that we were actually the first government in this state's history to have a minister responsible for domestic violence, Minister Goward. First government in this state's history to have a coordinated strategy for domestic violence. And Madam Speaker, I'm extremely proud of our record, and of course what makes me most proud of our record is the fact that we've actually ensured that victims are protected and that they have the confidence to come forward. That was the piece missing in the system the most. The system was very focused towards the courts and proceedings as opposed to providing support for victims, so they felt courageous enough to actually come forward. But as Minister Goward and Minister Davies will also be able to attest, the government is spending record amounts in prevention as well to ensure through education and through other measures that we have prevention methods in place. But as a government, I'm incredibly proud of our record. If there's more to do, of course, we will do it. We appreciate.
Can you just allow the Premier to answer the question without interjecting on this matter of all matters?
And I would have thought...
Member for Swansea, don't demonstrate ignorance on this.
And Madam Speaker, I would have thought that on a day like International Women's Day that,
I would have thought so
that
too.
there would be some bipartisan support for the initiatives the government has taken. We have actually put in record, and it's not just about the money, but we have put in record amounts of funding. And for the first time when we took over, when we took over government, there actually was not a whole of government approach to domestic violence. Different agencies were doing different things, all well-intentioned, but there was not a coordinated approach until we took that initiative. And I'm extremely proud of that. For the first time in our state's history, we have a whole of government approach to domestic violence issues, as we do to a number of other important issues. And of course, our focus remains on supporting victims, but also preventing domestic violence in the first instance, and that remains our focus. And of course, we'll always look at other opportunities we have to improve, to prevent incidents of domestic violence in the first instance. And secondly, of course, to support those victims who are in the main women when they do, to ensure they have the courage to improve their circumstances and protect their lives and those of those closest around them. And Madam Speaker, we stand by our record, and I want to assure everyone in the community we will continue to support those most vulnerable, whether they are the victims of domestic violence or anyone else who feels in a threatened position, because our government not only talks the talk but walks the walk. And I am proud by our record and stand by it.
Thank you.